I must say, I am blessed to be raised in one of the finest cities in Africa. A city that has raised the finest gentlemen and women, ranging from the angle of sports, business, arts, comedy, and politics. You can also name as much as you can. I was a young man growing up at number 43 Ojike Street, trying to understand the rudiment of Diobu, when life took a turn at me. I find myself at the waterside. It was very tough for me. But one thing is paramount. No matter the situation we find ourselves, we must look inward and know that there's something we are holding. Back then, when I was at the waterside, I used to paddle boats, and each time I paddled that boat, the key thing I'm holding there was my paddle. So, because of the place I was living, I was faced with different opportunities. Some of the opportunities are to go into robbery or begin to push drugs, because my friends were busy pushing drugs and robbing up and down and doing many social vices. But I choose to use the only thing I have. Then I started going to dig sand, begin to do many jobs. And you know, when you stay at the waterside, you have less opportunity when it comes to social amenities. So what we do is that we'll take our jerry cans and our buckets, because we don't have any opportunity to queue on the line to fetch water like what the previous speaker said. Our own is to go up and look for where to get water and bring back, because when you're staying in the waterside, there's no way for you to get a good drinking water. So one good day, I was going out to get this water. Then I saw a young boy putting on a very nice uniform. He was attending Alajumo, and sometimes they switch him to Bereton. This uniform was so clean. I looked at him. Wow. So I admit I wanted to be like that. I look at his stockings. I look at everything. I imagine. I fetched my water and I went back. The next day, I saw this young man. I wanted to go close to him, but it wasn't possible, because you know why? When you are staying in waterside, there's this odor that will always follow you. You begin to stink. And the reason why we stink is because of the pollution, the water pollution, the bunkering that are taking place in those rivers. So I wanted to go close to this boy so that I could talk to him. I didn't have the access. And one good day, I sneaked in and I went to him. I look at this young man. They wind up his whistling. Then I wave at him. The young man waved at me back and he smiled. Only that smile alone gave me hope. I saw his smile and I said, wow, I know I cannot afford this kind of school. But on that day, I told myself, I will live a life that will look like somebody that went to this kind of school. Then I went back to my own local school, behaving myself even though I knew I don't have it. One thing I discovered when I was facing challenges is to identify them. When you identify the challenges, it gives you understanding on how to peruse on them. I identified them, then I took a decision. I will be like this. Then in my school, I was focused. I was doing very well. Then when I finished my primary school, that was when life struck again. It took my mom and it took my dad. Then I discovered again, because I must check. I discovered again. I said, no, my mom and my dad are gone. So my vision right now is not to make mama proud. My vision is to make nations proud. I discovered that knowing yourself is a wise advantage, which is very true, because I couldn't afford that school. So I said, yes, I'll have to live a life like someone that wants to attend there. But when I lost my mom and my dad, I discovered that the vision is no longer making mama proud, but making nation proud. So I came in contact with manual typewriter. This manual typewriter you are saying, when I was learning this manual typewriter, most of my friends were busy laughing at me because they think I was going to be a typist. Benny, somebody like you that has been going to sand. If I just move the paddle now, because sometimes when we paddle this boat, we stand because we can be fast. You just stand and you just be pulling very fast, because if you sit down, you will not be fast. They say, Benny, you that have been doing all this, why are you going to do all this kind of typing? Then I discovered that when you look at general keyboard in the old computer, one thing is very common. It is called the ASDF. Then this your hand is your space. Then the second of your hand is column LKJ, space. So as a young child, I was singing it every day while I was going for the typing pool. I was saying ASDF space column LKJ, ASDF space column LKJ, ASDF space column LKJ. Unknown to me, I was going to meet a computer. When I met the computer as a creative young child, and I'm an Izon man. Izon. And one thing about the Izon, we are familiar with wrestling. My dad in those days would show me to wrestlers. They will not allow their back to touch the ground. So as an Izon man, I knew my back would never touch the ground. My friends were showing me guns. My friends were showing me cocaine. And they are doing for them. They were doing very well. But I didn't deviate because I knew where I was going to. The vision is not to make mama proud, but the vision is to make nations proud. So after I finished learning this computer thing and everything, I became a master in the business. Then I decided, as a man that have gone through these rigors of life, I need to make impact in others. Then I came up with an hashtag that says it's an open art initiative. So far so good, the Open Art Initiative has impacted more than 8,000 youth across Nigeria. But one thing is paramount, like they say, charity begins at home. So I started in Port Harcourt. The first Open Art was held in Port Harcourt, where we impacted more than 900 persons. And they are now split in the same job. My connection right now is across the job. If you go to job and you mention my name, I am there because of a single decision. And one thing is very sure. If your dream doesn't scare you, it's not worth chasing. So I said I was going to take it to the 36th state of Nigeria. I was looking for backup. Only few well-meaning and creative thinking individuals supported me. And so far so good, we've done Abia State, we've done Bayelsa, we've done Akwa Ibom, we've done up to 5 to 7 states. And one very interesting thing that happened to me was when I went to my state, it was a privilege while I was teaching my state youth, and the present governor of Bayelsa State stepped in there. Somebody asked me, did you invite him? I said, no. I said, when you are doing good, good things will begin to follow you. Knowing yourself is a wise advantage. Marcus Aurelius said something. He said, the impediment of action advances another action. The line that triggered me the most said, what stands in the way becomes the way. Take this serious. Most of the things that stood in front of my way was what I use as my way. If you want to travel out to any country now, once you start planning, you start saving, you are forming a character. So what stands in your way will always become your way. Then presently, because I was training from different state to different state, what most people don't know that as I am global. Why? I'll be in Port Harcourt and you want me to deliver a job in Lagos. Because I've gotten a network in Lagos and I have trained a lot of youth, I can stay in Port Harcourt and deliver a job in Lagos with ease. If I call the Bayelsa, because you see about Bayelsa group, I'll call them, they will print a job and deliver in Bayelsa. But my office is still in Joe because I'm a Joe boy. I am proud to be part of the Job story. Thank you.